Forgive me. This is the first time I'm crying with my own tears. Emotional Obasanjo talks on poverty. Now, about this one where everybody they cry like this. Oh, Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has made an emotional appeal, highlighting the growing hardship and hunger affecting millions of Nigeria. Speaking in the video on the worsening state of poverty, he described it as a crisis that now goes beyond financial lack and touches the core of human survival and dignity. Forgive me. This is the first time I'm crying with my own tears, he said emotionally, drawing attention to the depth of suffering many citizens are experiencing. Obasanjo warned that the level of deprivation in parts of the country is not just alarming, but extremely hot, and poses a direct threat to the well-being and humanity of those affected. In fact, like this is the first time that people, even the rich and the poor, they are complaining. It's touching everybody. He urged Nigerians to differentiate between hunger and poverty. A man with a bicycle may be poor compared to one with a car, but at least he is not hungry, he explained, emphasizing the need to address objective poverty, which includes hunger, rather than just relative poverty. Obasanjo recalled growing up in a village where families had little but never went hungry. We had garri in the morning, garri in the afternoon, and made people on the jam at night. But today, some people don't even know what they will eat tomorrow morning. Okay. Some people did not even eat last night. According to him, ending hunger must start with fair distribution of resources. He argued that while God gave the world enough for everyone, the way resources are exploited and shared often leads to both poverty and hunger. Who are the ones sharing it? Maybe it's the people that we have put there to actually lead. They are the ones doing that. Okay, in his words, he said, if you really want to find a solution to a problem, you must understand it thoroughly, its causes and implication. He said, hunger and poverty both stems from an unjust system. Thank God you know that. Especially in the ways opportunities and natural wealth are handled. Obasanjo also stressed the importance of education in breaking the cycle. Education is the most potent weapon against poverty, he said. Without it, individuals and nations remain handicapped, unable to grow or compete. We'll grow first. But beyond schooling, he called for leaders with character, morality, and the spirit of community, not just political ambition. He said, leadership starts from the family and extends to the nation. We need leaders who live by the African principle of I am because we are. Wrapping up his message, Obasanjo reminded Nigerians that no human is born without potential. When given the chance to grow, people can lift not only themselves but their families and their nations too. Yes, so when we are allowed to grow. It is well. Ibrahim Olusegun says, Baba should not shed crocodile tears. Submit Operation Feed the Nation that turned Obasanjo farm and $16 billion electricity. It is well, imagine. He has that kind of money in his hand. $16 billion, electricity, all those things that he had when he was also the governor and president. He didn't do well for the country too, all of them. Now they are crying tears. It is well. Ajayi says, if Obasanjo shed tears now, it is crocodile tears. What did he do to alleviate poverty or improve life when he was leader? Tinubu is not a perfect leader. Letting Tinubu carry the can alone is unfair. 8 years of Buhari is part of the problem, and the nation is not ready to address the electoral arithmetic that gave the opportunity to infringe on us this ministry. Who told you that they've not addressed the electoral arithmetic? Did Peter B not take them to court? What happened in the court? Somebody Mulugan says, Obasanjo knows exactly what he's doing. Because election is around the corner and you have audience from the comments, they are here already. Many of them are either too young to know Papa Iyabo during his own days as head of state and president of this country, that the foundation he made yesterday is a result of today. My prayers for us all in Nigeria is that God Almighty will judge us all from every tribe, in this country according to our deeds. Definitely, he's going to do that. Also, Akoliko says ABJ helped to bring Nigeria where it is today by supporting those foes and brainless chaps who brought GEJ and PDP down, thus preparing the way for the APC court. Now that APC, through Buhari, now Tinubu have destroyed the country and everybody is complaining, it is always proper to think of the repercussion of certain actions before supporting or endorsing it. Because the whole lot of Nigerians, they listen to all of these people. They listen to you, but now look at Adebita David says, grateful to God, Chief Obasanjo is at an advanced stage in life. What really pushed us to this level in the legalization of corruption? Nigeria has what it takes to be a great nation. Nobody could access farmlands. Bandits, corruption in Nigeria is at an alarming rate. Greediness is another cancerous tumor, mutilating against Nigerians. Lack of infrastructural development and lack of many other infractions. It is results we are witnessing today in the country. Which of our leaders is not corrupt? No. But at least some are still caring. But all of them are corrupt. Salam Mikadiri says this present hunger is extremely hot in this country and it is nothing but the policies and undue actions of governments. No nation can survive without one subsidy or two on social programs. No nation, even big and developed countries of the world. But in the wisdom of Tinubu, there should not be a subsidy for the masses. It is well. No, they suffer. That's what they want. They just want us to suffer. Priya Abel says, you and your so-called military associates, Mr. Ibrahim Babangida, are the primary cause of everything that have been going wrong in this country. You consciously fiscally squandered and siphoned our treasury and breeding a system of first-class impunity and corruption in policies as well as the public sector. Kudos to God for keeping you alive to see what the seed you planted over the years have grown up to be. Onyame says, no doubt Obasanjo remains the best president in Nigeria's history. But what worries me is if a man has more than 20 billion in his account and that is not distributed to the poor far and wide, it makes no sense portraying feelings of concern for the poor. Maybe he doesn't want to give it to the people that are there in the status because they will finish it now. Because this is well. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thought. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.